Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome back to my video today. I want to talk about five prayer points. Five prayer points I want to talk about today. So the first I'm coming. The first prayer point is number one. You don't have to I don't know how to say it. You don't have to be spending your money calling left, calling right. Prayer point is there. If you want to do prayer point, do the prayer point. You don't have to spend money to get prayer point, because nowadays in social media, prayer point that you already know, because you don't have the time to do it, when they bring it out, they start collecting money for you. I'm not here to come and be a reverend sister or evangelist or anything. I want to just give people the important prayer point that you have to use to do your prayer point by yourself in your own room, in your own house. You don't have to pay money to anybody. You don't have to beg that to anybody because you want to do prayer point. No. All you need to do is your faith that will make the prayer point to work in your life. Your faith. If you are doing anything that you don't have that faith that God Almighty will do it, you are not going nowhere. So listen. Number one prayer point is sand and water. You can just take sand in anywhere near your house, or you are coming for outside. You take that sand, put it in one cellophane, put the other one in another cellophane. Use the first sand that you take, use it to do prayer. Use the other one to do prayer for 3 days. Depends how your spirit leads you. Can you use it to do prayer for 7 days? Can you use it to do prayer for 14 days? Can you use it to do the prayer for 21 days? You just take the sand, just put like something, maybe paper in the floor of your house. They pour the sand, not many sand, just a little sand. Pour the sand. Use that sand as a prayer point to your own father house or to your own mother house. Tell God what you need for that prayer. Use the sand of the country that you live as a point of contact to your own father's house, that any evil they plan against you. Because in this life, if he has enemies not pursuing you, who will pursue you? Now me will come pursue you. We you not know before. Use that sand as a prayer point. Say, any power that coming from my father's house to come and challenge me in where I live, whether you live in Europe, we live in Nigeria, you need any part of the world that want to come and destroy me in Europe, that will not let me to make it come in my life. Use that sand as a point of contact to the one in your father's house. Tell God to fight your battle for you. Tell God that when they put leg in the sand, that sand will be hot for them. Use that sand to pray for 3 days as your spirit leads you, whether 3 days or for 7 days or 14 days or 12 days. You see how your spirit leads you. Just use that sand. Then the other one, before you bath, also this prayer, I use this sand to bath. You bath every bad luck away in your life. Every spiritual husband, every spiritual wife, every altar that God is not prepared for you, that the enemy prepared for you. Use that sand as a point of contact to destroy every plan of the demon in your life. Put a little sand in that water that you want to use to bath. Use it to have your shower. As your spirit leads you, whether it's 3 days, 14 days, 7 days, as your spirit leads you. If you are doing all these prayer points without you don't have that faith that God, it's only God that can do it for you, it's not working for you. That is the first prayer point. The second prayer point, because I want to say it, because this prayer point, you have been going on for a long time. Nobody have the prayer point. It's God Almighty that have prayer point. Don't let someone come to the live video and come and start deceiving you. You'll be bound down before. Who are you bound down for? We have only one God, which is the God that created heaven and earth. The God of Paul and Salah. The God that divide the Red Sea for Israel people to pass. No other God. We don't have God of Juliet. We don't have God of this, God of that. Do you know the kind of God they are calling? If you want to do prayer by yourself, you'll say, the God that created heaven and earth. The God that put you in your mother womb. Anything you are passing through, pray it and God will answer you. Don't come and use anybody to say God of that, God of that. Do you know the kind God they are serving? That is number 1 prayer point. Number 2 prayer point. You can use candle. That white candle. Go and buy its market. Light it. Use it to do prayer. Tell God, every darkness in your life, as you light this candle, let light shine upon your life. When light comes, darkness go away. Use that candle to pray very, very well as your spirit leads you. After finishing the prayer, you take the candle to bedroom, pour water in the pocket. That candle that you light, you let that candle melt inside the water 7 times. After you have completed 7 times, hang the candle, put it in the floor anywhere. Don't let that light off. Then take your shower. After you have finished your shower, use the candle again to pray. Then you off it. If you want to do it for 3 days, it's your choice. For 7 days, it's your choice. If you want to do it for 14, your choice as your spirit leads you. That is number 2 prayer point. Number 3 prayer point is salt and water. I watch many videos. They take that salt and water. Even before my mother give birth to me, I come and meet that salt and water that they are using it. Like me, I'm going how many years in Europe? It's not 10 years, it's not 15 years in Europe. Before I enter Europe, I use the salt and water to do my prayer point before I enter Ghana, before I take my flight to Europe. There's nobody that has salt and water. If you are past, maybe you have a bad dream or anything, you put a little salt. Not 1 spoon of salt, a little with your finger like this, a little salt in the water. For 7 days, it's your choice. If you want to do it for 14, your choice as your spirit leads you. That is number 2 prayer point. Number 3 prayer point is salt and water. I watch many videos. They take that salt and water. Even before my mother give birth to me, I come and meet that salt and water that they are using it. Enter Europe, I use the salt and water to do my prayer point before I enter Ghana, before I take my flight to Europe. There's nobody that has salt and water. If you are past, maybe you have a bad dream or anything, you put a little salt. Not 1 spoon of salt, a little with your finger like this, a little salt in the water. Read Psalm 51. You can read. If you want to read Psalm 101, you can read any verse of your choice that your spirit leads you. You read on top of that salt and water. Pray. Use it to bath. You see that bad dream? It's going back to the sender. If you dream, maybe your enemy, the answer is, don't even worry to tell anybody. When you wake up in that night, if you can't bath in that night, you put a little in that cup. Use it to wash your face. You return every evil, every bad dream back to sender. You are good to go. Don't let anybody deceive you. That is number 3 prayer point. Number 4 prayer point. Me, I'm using it and it work for me. Number 4 prayer point. Go and take stone. Not the big stone that you can't carry. A little stone. Because stone is stone. Whether big or small, stone is stone. Take it outside. Bring it to your home. Use that stone as a point of contact to every stone that the enemy used to block your way. That the enemy used to monitor you. Use that stone as a point of contact. Pray with that stone as your spirit leads you. How many days you want? Pray with that stone. Whether it's midnight prayer, want to use this for, start. Whether it's before you sleep, use it. You understand? After, as your spirit leads you, take that stone. Take that stone. Don't throw it. Maybe the place that you will pass every day. You're going to throw it in, that maybe the place that you pass once in a while. You go and throw it away that way, or maybe you know that dustbin, they will take it maybe this morning or tomorrow morning. You're going to drop it there so that before you wake up, they already take the dustbin away. That is for the stove. For the psalm that I said before, when you finish that psalm, the one that you pour in the floor that you are mashing every day for your prayer point, take that psalm, go and throw it away also. That the place that you will not go to, you throw it away. Number 5 prayer point is red oil. Red oil is good for prayer point. Red oil is good for prayer point. If you have anything that bother you, you can use it for prayer point. You take that oil. You take 1 spoon or half spoon. Any quality that you want to take, just take it, put it in plate. Just a little container. Use it to pray every day. Use it to pray every day as your spirit leads you. After finish the prayer, use that oil to bath. Say, every evil that the enemy wish for you, that they want you to cry, as you use this oil to bath, you return every evil plan, every accident. Let your enemy, let this start seeing red in their life. You use that oil to bath anyone that after your life. You don't even go to a naughty doctor. This prayer that I all list out. You don't even need to go to any babalawo. And that person that is fighting you, he will still call you and be telling people, I don't know this person. It's like he's taking my name to everywhere. Oh, call it pastor, call it prophet, call it babalawo, because that prayer point you use this as your spirit leads you. Don't let people deceive you. Don't bother to anybody. Don't bother to anybody. All prayer point that you need is there. All prayer point that you need is there. You are looking for document, use the prayer point. Because you don't know where the temptation is coming from. It can be in your family or your friend or anybody that's around you. Use this prayer point because you don't know who is fighting you. When you use all these prayer points that I mentioned, your life will never be the same. Don't come and call me, my sister, that your prayer point will work. I don't have prayer points. It's not my prayer point. It's God's prayer point. Don't let anyone deceive you that this prayer point is for this is for that. No. Because before you know any small in your life, you don't even go to a naughty doctor. This prayer point that I all list out. You don't even need to go to any babalawo. And that person that is fighting you, he will still call you and be telling people, I don't know this person. It's like he's taking my name to everywhere. Oh, call it pastor, call it prophet, call it babalawo, because that prayer point you use this as your spirit leads you. Don't let people deceive you. Don't bother to anybody. Don't bother to anybody. All prayer point that you need is there. All prayer point that you need is there. You are looking for document, use the prayer point. Because you don't know where the temptation is coming from. It can be in your family or your friend or anybody that's around you. Use this prayer point because you don't know who is fighting you. When you use all these prayer points that I mentioned, your life will never be the same. Your life. You don't even go to a naughty doctor. This prayer point that I all list out. You don't even need to go to any babalawo. And that person that is fighting you, he will still call you and be telling people, I don't know this person. It's like he's taking my name to everywhere. Oh, call it pastor, call it prophet, call it babalawo, because that prayer point you use this as your spirit leads you. Don't let people deceive you. Don't bother to anybody. Don't bother to anybody. All prayer point that you need is there. All prayer point that you need is there. You are looking for document, use the prayer point. Because you don't know where the temptation is coming from. It can be in your family or your friend or anybody that's around you. Use this prayer point because you don't know who is fighting you. When you use all these prayer points that I mentioned, your life will never be the same. Prayer that you need is there. All prayer point that you need is there. You are looking for document, use the prayer point. Because you don't know where the temptation is coming from. It can be in your family or your friend or anybody that's around you. Use this prayer point because you don't know who is fighting you. When you use all these prayer points that I mentioned, your life will never be the same. To do prayer points, they use sugar to do prayer points. If you want your life to be sweet, you can use prayer to do prayer points. You understand? You can use sugar to do prayer points. Whether you put inside a little, you see a little inside the water and pray and say as you drink this sugar and water, your life it will start for today. It will start sweetness will enter your life. Anywhere you go to, if you can't favor it will favor you. Don't let people start saying that this is prayer points is for the prayer point. No, because you don't know the kind of God they are serving. You don't know the prayer points. You don't know where they get that prayer point for. Nobody have prayer point. It's for God. Because me, I can't believe that you say this prayer point. You have prayer point that have been using right for Nigeria. How many years? If you are looking for documents, you go to that place. They are turning you upside down. Pray with this prayer point. Tell God to send your helper. The day we go to that office, let God send your helper to you. God can't come down for heaven, but he will send an angel to come and save you. That angel, it may be you, may be me. He can direct you. My brother, don't go this place, go like this, go like this, go like this. Like me, even before I have my document in France, I know how many people are helped for them to get documents. I don't look and say I never get, I want to help people. No. Because when you help someone, God will bring your own helper that will help you. So this is the prayer point. Try this prayer point and see what God will do in your life. Thank you, everyone.